Listen, tomorrow's April Fool's Day, okay? And we're not going to do anything like super crazy for April Fools. We're going to do Free for All Friday tomorrow. It just happens. It's just kismet that it falls on April Fools, because generally I wouldn't do a Free for All Friday this week because I want to play Resident Evil on Friday. And so just because it's April Fools, I feel like I can move it. So tomorrow we're going to play some silly free-to-play games on Steam. Now that I have a PC, I can actually do stuff like that. And, that's the extent of our April Fools. But, yeah, I hate April Fools, dude. Like, there's a... you know how, like, there are certain sects of people out there that, like... they think St. Patrick's Day is amateur hour because it's when all the regular people go out and binge drink, and the acid cats of the world, they're like, we do that every day. It's nothing, or like Halloween, like the real witches out there are like, oh, look, here's all the amateur witches coming out to ruin our day. That's what April Fool's Day is to like comedians. It's like, this is amateur hour. Everyone comes out, they all think that their jokes are the best jokes, and in reality, they suck, and they're not funny. And you're basically legally required to laugh. And everybody can get away with anything. Like pranks, no matter how good or how bad they are, you can get away with pranks on April Fool's Day because it's April Fool's. And if you don't be like, yeah, haha, that was a good joke, then you're the bad guy. I just don't like April Fools. It just gives free rein to idiots to be more idiotic and then claim April Fools afterwards and get away with their shenanigans, But whatever. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. I'm going to tell my callers we're closed, and then April Fool them when they get mad. Exactly. You could apply that, Nofi, to everything. Oh, you owe $10,000. I don't want to owe $10,000. Well, guess what? April Fools, it's 15. You could do all that stuff. That'd be great. And then they couldn't get mad because it's April Fools. Okay? It's perfect. It's the perfect scapegoat for everything. Tomorrow I'm going to ban everybody. Say April Fools. It's going to be great. But I'm fully expecting Twitter to be like, I got coronavirus, lol. April Fools, just kidding. Oh, my grandma's dead. April Fools. I expect bad jokes like that. That's pretty much what I expect tomorrow. So we're just going to try to make it through tomorrow with no jokes and no comedy whatsoever. Yeah, Nofi, what you do? You get mad, ask for your supervisor, be like, okay, I'm going to go get him, Hello, this is Nofi's supervisor. We've learned that because you are annoying, we're charging you an extra fee. It's going to double your monthly premium. Change your attitude, and perhaps we'll think about charging it back. Now let me hand you back to Nofi. Be perfect. You can only do these things on April Fools. It's the only day they're legally allowed. It's probably good. And a lot of people aren't in offices, and I feel like offices are the worst places for April Fools. Like people unscrewing armrests on chairs or making the mouse cursor the size of a moon, or there's all these terrible jokes. Whoopee cushions, push pin on the chair. There's all these things that really you don't want to do, but it's April Fools, so you can get away with it. But a lot of us aren't working in the office, so maybe we'll dodge it. Maybe this will be the best April Fools. This has the opportunity to be both the best and the worst April Fools of all time. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'll get him and then be like, April Fools. Dude, I hope you do that, okay? I hope you do that. That sounds like it would be great. That sounds like it'd be great. But yeah, so April Fools is tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, we're not gonna. It's gonna be a joke-free zone on the stream tomorrow. That's gonna be what happens. But we'll be here. It'll be April Fools, no fooling. No joke zone. That's gonna be the title of the stream tomorrow. No jokes. None. It's gonna be the most serious day of all time. And then if I accidentally tell a joke, I could just be like April Fools and get out of it perfectly. It'll be great. It'll be great. Big brain, genius moves. But yeah, I traditionally don't like April Fools. I think a pooper party, you're the pooper party. No, you're the party pooper. Tattoo, don't you make bad jokes, okay? Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Tattoo. All right? It's enough you come in here and you lull and chat. All right? You don't need to be you don't need to be making bad jokes. Okay? You don't. Hope you get rickrolled. Why would you wish that upon me, Nofi? How dare you? I probably will. You know, YouTube ads have really ruined the effectiveness of rickrolling. I mean, I have an ad blocker, so it'll still work for me, but, like, most people don't. You know, and I think about that. Like, how many people get a rickrolled link, and then they go, and it doesn't, you know, have the drum breakdown, you know, and it's like, you know, an ad for Grammarly or whatever, you know? That's some comedy that's died. Because rickrolling is fantastic. It's pretty great. Thank you. By the way, thank you, Tattoo Blue, for calling me the CEO of bad jokes. I appreciate that. That is a promotion, okay? I know you meant it as an insult, but I'm going to take it as a promotion. So joke's on you, forehead. Get wrecked. I like how my closed captions actually spelled wrecked, R-E-K-T. Like, that time when I said it actually spelled wrecked, it spelled wrecked correctly. But when I say get wrecked, it actually spells wrecked. Well, that time it didn't. Who knows? I don't know how Google knows things. Like, these are translated by Google text-to-speech. And I think they do a pretty good job most of the time. But then there's the times where I'm like, how did it even know what I said? And then there's the times it's like, how did it not know what I said? It could really get all over the place, but whatever. It's fine. I don't know if you guys saw this this news about Mario coming out. I don't know if you guys are excited about this, but I figured we could talk about it a little this morning. So apparently, because Mario is having a 35th anniversary this year, which is nuts to me because right here, this yellow poster right here is a poster for Mario's 30th anniversary, which is when they released Super Mario Maker in 2015. And it's kind of nutso to me that in that time we've had a sequel to Mario Maker and what is arguably one of the best Marios ever, Mario Odyssey, all come out, and it's been 5 years. That just all kind of blows my mind. But from a lot of news sources, so this is pretty much happening now. It's been confirmed by so many different people that for the 35th anniversary of Mario, they're going to bring a back catalog of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, which I've never played, so I'm pretty hyped for that one, and then one of my favorite Marios, Super Mario Sunshine, for the GameCube. I loved Super Mario Sunshine. They say they're going to be treated as a special collection of games rather than individual digital ports. So that to me sounds like they're probably going to release 3 games as one for $60. But then they're also going to re-release Super Mario 3D World, which will have new content and levels, just like they did Super Mario U Deluxe Bathtub Edition or whatever it was called back in the day a few months ago. Super Mario 3D World is fantastic. Now, I was one of the 6 people on the planet who owned a Wii U, and I actually loved the Wii U. I thought it was superior to the Wii. The big TV controller was actually kind of comfortable. And it was interesting. It was almost a Switch. It was like a prototype for the Switch. But the best part about it, hey Fates, what's up, man? Is that the games on it were actually great. Wind Waker HD was on it. Super Mario U was on it. Super Mario 3D World was on it. Yoshi's Woolly World was great. The Donkey Kong games were great on it. Mario Kart was on it. Now, a lot of those games have been ported over to the Switch and then resold at full price, which really grinds my gears because I purchased them for the Wii U and then they just come out again. And I get it. It's because no one owned the Wii U. I get it, okay? Like, I don't know if the Wii U got a bad rap tattoo, I think it just sold horribly. Like, the normies out there didn't understand the difference between the Wii and the Wii U. But, like, I kind of feel like gamers in general kind of let me down a little bit with the Wii U, because I still think to this day, even though Odyssey, Breath of the Wild is on there and stuff, I think the Wii U had a better library of games than the Switch does currently, to be totally honest. It was missing a traditional 3D Mario. It was missing a traditional 3D Zelda. Although technically, you could make the argument that Breath of the Wild is for the Wii U, just like Twilight Princess was for the GameCube. But really, we know better. But like, so many of those good games for the Wii U just never saw the light of day. And luckily, they're being brought to the Switch. I don't want to rebuy them, but at least they're coming, and at least we can play them a little bit. And that's pretty sweet, honestly. But this package deal of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy is really hype. Now, my question is, why isn't Super Mario Galaxy 2 coming out? I would assume it's definitely a package deal. They have not released prices. Technically, this is still a rumor, although it's been confirmed by so many places now that it is definitely happening. But we don't know how much they're going to cost. If I was going to guess, I would guess they're going to bundle Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy into one game, and they're going to charge, I would say, minimum $40, probably $60, because Nintendo can, and people would buy it. But yeah, I feel like if they had Super Mario Galaxy 2 in there, this would be the perfect thing. But honestly, I'm just hyped to play Super Mario Sunshine again. Like, especially if they up-res it. Like, it doesn't say it here if it's going to have updated graphics. It doesn't say any of that. We don't know if they're going to be just like virtual console games where they're the same graphics and the same resolution and same aspect ratio as they were back in the day, or if they're going to be up-reses, or if they're going to be full remasters, or whatever they're going to be. It does not say. We don't know yet. But assuming they at least do a resolution swap and maybe up-res some of the textures, this would be huge. This would be huge. Now, I wish they would go the Resident Evil route and remake the games in Odyssey's engine. That would be even more incredible, but that's not going to happen. There's no way. That would be amazing. If they re-released Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy in Odyssey's engine, I would be, oh my God, I'd be ecstatic. They could charge $100 for it. People would buy it. It'd be so good. But I don't think we're going to get that. But they did announce that, and then it's also rumored separately from that we're also going to get a port of Super Mario 3D World from the Wii U to the Switch, and then that there's also a new Paper Mario game in the works for the Switch. So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool. I hope the Switch has a really long shelf life. I mean, to be honest, like, the Switch looks just about as good as it needs to play the games that you want to play on it. Now, there are some exceptions. Like, clearly, I'm sure Nintendo wants some third-party games on it, I'm sure they want the Ubis and the EAs and the Take-Twos and all of them to actually be on their system. But for the most part, I don't think it really matters. If they could keep making Switches and then they're always backwards compatible with the next Switch, like if they do it like a DS, like how long, like if you bought the OG DS and got OG DS cartridges, like you could still play those, 15 years later in the new 3DS XL? Like, I hope they have that type of backwards compatibility with the Switch, and that for Mario's 50th anniversary, I'm still able to play Super Mario Sunshine on my Switch, and it still be current with all the new games as well, and I don't have to go and upgrade constantly. Like, I would really love that. Like, I'm not saying that they don't release a new console. I just hope that the new console that comes out is backwards compatible with the Switch cartridges. That would be great. And Nintendo could start rebuilding some of that bad faith with their internet with some good stuff like that. But it's gonna be sweet, dude. I'm just excited to play Galaxy. No Galaxy 2 though. It's right now. It just says Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, not Super Mario Galaxy 2. And I never played Galaxy because I hated the controls. The Wii controls. I mean, I know that the Wii got rid of most of the motion controls for Super Mario Galaxy. Like, you could still wiggle it and, like, collect gems and stuff. I remember that. But, like, the controller overall for the Wii just kind of sucked. Like, their controller was like an NES controller, a Super NES controller. And if you wanted to use a nunchuck, like, you had to hold, like, your hand separately. And it just wasn't very comfortable to play for long periods of time. And it didn't feel very intuitive. And I always wanted them to just put GameCube controller compatibility into every Wii game, but they didn't do that. And so, you know, it's fine. But I never played Mario Galaxy, at least all the way through. How I consider to play Mario games is beating them. Like, getting almost all of the stars or moons or whatever they are in Galaxy. I think, what are they in Galaxy? They're stars, right? I don't remember. But either way, getting them all and then beating Bowser at the end or whatever you do, that's beating a Mario. That's playing a Mario game to me. And I never did that for Galaxy. I played like a few levels, but the controls, I couldn't get over the controls, which actually says how much I hated the controls, because apparently Mario Galaxy is one of, and some people say the best Mario game ever made. And so if I played it and go, no, it's not worth finishing this because the controls are too bad, the controls, I must have really hated the controls. This was back in, what's it say, 2007. So I would have been 20 years old when Super Mario Galaxy came out. So that feels old enough that maybe I should have gotten rid of some of the hatred, that I had, but I didn't. So I was probably still mad. But yeah, 2002 for Super Mario Sunshine. Almost 20 years old Super Mario Sunshine is, and I loved that game. There was just something so satisfying about cleaning up everything with FLUDD. It was just something so satisfying about it. I feel like Super Mario Sunshine is probably the closest spiritual game to Odyssey, because the movement using FLUDD and stuff was a big part of how good that game was. At least in my opinion. Now, again, I haven't played Galaxy, so I don't know if there's movement stuff like that. I know there's like warp stars and things, but those are kind of fixed. Like, it puts you on rails. The movement isn't really the same. But in Mario 64, I definitely know the movement stuff, except for the flying levels. But those were more gauntlets, less than exploratory, So I'm most excited to play Super Mario Sunshine. But I'm also very excited to play Galaxy, but I think honestly the most important Galaxy is Super Mario 64. Okay, that makes sense, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I kind of like the free roam, that Odyssey and Sunshine allowed you to do. Now, nothing compares to Odyssey. There's a trillion moons, but yeah, it's gonna be hype. Now, the only thing I'm waiting on is to see how much it's gonna cost. I'm expecting $60. I'll be delighted if it's less. And if they do any graphical changes, I would hope for at least 16:9 widescreen for everything, and 720p at least. I don't know. Like, I feel like it would be much. I don't know anything about video game making, so I'm just talking out of my butt. But I feel like it would be much easier to up-res Sunshine and Galaxy than it would be Super Mario 64. But I also have no idea. I don't know how difficult it is to do that stuff, I doubt it's as easy as, like, hitting save as and just overriding Mario's outfit with a higher resolution version of the same outfit. I doubt it's that easy, right? But it's exciting. It's exciting. So I don't know when they're gonna announce it. It does not say. It does not say. It literally just says, we can now confirm the Mario title set to appear on Switch in 1997 Super Mario 64, 2002's Super Mario Sunshine, and 2007 Super Mario Galaxy. One person with knowledge of Nintendo's plans said the re-releases were being treated as a special anniversary collection of games rather than standard digital ports. Nintendo will also reveal several other Mario titles in 2020. That includes a deluxe version of 2013 Super Mario 3D World, which will be bolstered with new content and levels. Platform Order is also preparing to announce the new installment of Paper Mario. It's first reported by VentureBeat. The new game is understood to be a return to the series' RPG roots, with the game closer to its N64 and GameCube installments, following the criticism of its 3DS and Wii U entries. Many 2D Mario games are already available, blah, blah. The Super Mario 35th anniversary was originally due to be celebrated via physical presence at this year's E3, but it's now reviewing the plans in light of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. E3 has been canceled. Nintendo could instead opt for a digital showcase around June, when its Mario Showcase was originally due to take place on E3. Nintendo said it does not comment on rumor and speculation. Nintendo last celebrated a milestone for Mario Anniversary at the series' 30th in 2015. They commemorated the occasion with various events and merchandise, including 2 special 8-bit Mario amiibos, Super Mario, slices for products of Hot Wheels, Machino, trump cards, and more. I don't know what some of those are, but yeah, I mean that's what my poster's for right there. This yellow poster is the 30th anniversary, and I don't think I have my amiibo up there. I don't, yeah. But I do have the 8-bit Marios, the classic Mario and the modern 8-bit Mario. So I did get those amiibos. It's crazy to me that it's been 5 years for that, but I don't know. Do you think that means we're going to get Odyssey for its 40th anniversary, Omega Lol? But either way, man, that's really cool news. To be honest, I'm pretty hyped about that. So hopefully you guys are too. But yeah, so tomorrow's April Fool's. Got some cool news about Mario. Thank God this news didn't come out tomorrow, because none of us would believe it. That's another thing I hate about April Fool's, is that all the cool stuff you see, you have to go, you have to give it to Thor. Is it though? Because you don't really know for sure whether or not it's real. You just don't know. But tomorrow's going to be an interesting day, so don't believe anything you say on the internet unless it comes from my mouth, because tomorrow is a no-joke zone.